Okay.
This is such a highly anticipated movie. The fandom of Mario. I don't know if people realize this, but I'm just going to point it out. Mario is the most popular video game of all time. So just to kick things off, what is it that we love about Mario so much? Whether it's something from your childhood, the nostalgia, what is it about this guy that we love?
I mean, for me,
play Mario.
I play Mario,
You have to answer it.
But I can't. I think like it's multi-generational, right? It's like Mario is this sort of pillar that supports the foundation of the childhood of my generation, of my kids' generation. Like, there's so many people, all of them remember the first time they played Mario.
Mario is the everyman of the video game universe, working the plumbing job. Getting out there and fighting against the Donkey Kong monsters. Everyone who can't relate to Mario?
Right.
Also, the theme song, maybe the best theme song of all video games.
How does that go again? I can't remember.
I like to imagine like the guy who pitched that, who like came in the studio, was like, guys, okay, just lay it down. It goes, wait, you get it? Yeah. Okay, and then he goes into a tunnel and you go, write it down.
Write it down.
I'm doing
Okay.
the orchestration.
It's gonna get tricky right here. Did you get that? Okay, yeah, put that all down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done, Charlie.
The composer's a genius. Whoever,
The
if you're
composer
watching,
is a
Mario
genius.
composer, well done. Beautiful work.
Absolutely.
You got to wonder though if it was the first one, or they're like, nope, next.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that the Mario Brothers song should be nope.
No,
and
no.
that might have been like the 100th one.
Bro, I'm telling you, listen. How are we gonna top that?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's kind of like Jaws, where it's just so simple, but it's so profound. Donna, ba-da-doo-doo-doo-doo, you know what I mean?
You are a rock star, Jack. I just want to go down the line quickly and ask each of you to name, you can do both if you want, your favorite Mario suit or power-up.
I do like the cat suit. I think the cat suit's fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's it's quick, it's frenetic, it's buoyant. If that's the word I'm looking for?
It is.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, right, Seth?
You know, call me a traditionalist. I'm gonna go old school. Just the straight up mushroom power up. The thing that makes him go from just little to big. Just a regular red mushroom with white spots on it.
I'm just gonna pick the best one by far. Sorry, you guys. I know you were gonna say the superstar, because you get it.
Yeah.
The
only one with its own song. Yeah.
And you're indestructible. You can't beat that. And you're like rainbow shiny.
I don't know if it was called Flower Power or what the thing was, the power up that was like, it was like a...
The fire one.
Yeah, the fire one. That was good, because I was like, not only am I big, now I'm on the offense.
Yeah.
Look out. I'm like out firing, you know what I mean? It was pretty cool. And then you could get hit, and then you just go, you're back to where you were big, you know what I mean? Like, so that was the best.
Oh, that's true. You had double layers.
You had to stay big when you got hit. Well, how about you?
I'm gonna just go, I think just the basic ability to slam yourself into a pile of bricks and find coins. You know, like that's you know, like
Good idea.
that's tough to beat. I mean, I wish I could do that. You know?
That did satisfy when you just like do a headbutt
Yeah,
on the brick.
just-
Get them coins.
Just
Speaking of satisfying, was there a line from the game, a sound effect, something that you got to do as voice actors or say, or a word that was iconic to your characters that was the most exciting? And I'm going to start with you, Chris.
There were a few catchphrases. Mario has a couple catchphrases. It's a me, you know, let's a go. And trying to find a way to incorporate those in this movie was actually kind of complicated, because
It's a me is a tough thing to say.
it's a me is a
organically.
tough thing to say.
As a 40-year-old man, I don't think I've ever said, it's me.
I thought it was pretty rad the way it was addressed in the movie, where it starts off with like a commercial for the Mario Brothers plumbing company.
Spoiler alert.
Uh-oh. Should I not talk? It's not a spoiler when it's right out the gate. When it's in the first 5 minutes of a movie, it's not a spoiler.
No, that's not a spoiler.
That's
Not
true.
if it's the first thing you're going to
I
say.
don't
Yeah,
know.
it's true. I don't know.
But they released it.
Some
They released
spoilers are pretty early in movies.
Anybody else? Any other iconic lines? Anything? I love Jack. I love your "open the gates." Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah, I don't remember if Bowser ever said that before. Is that an iconic
that a
Bowser
Bowser
line?
line?
Has he said "open the gates" before?
I don't know if he said it before, but you made it iconic.
I wasn't. Well,
iconic
thank
now.
you. I wasn't thinking, to hit lines that he'd said before. I was just thinking I'm going to go with full rage and demonic powers. And that's why I wore this shirt today. I wore it specially for Bowser, because I think of Bowser as kind of like a flaming Guy Fieri, ready to throw down at any moment's notice.
Where does that fury come from?
Fieri. I just put that together. Those two words go together. That's why.
That's why with the flips, right? Fury.
Where does the
Bowser's
Fury come from?
I thought it's because he cooks stuff.
Where does you're asking where does Bowser's Fury come from,
Or
where
Guy
does Jack
Fieri-
Black's,
where does Guy
or Guy
Fieri's
Fieri's
I don't
Fury?
know.
Guy Fieri is furious because people make fun of him constantly.
Yeah.
So it brings a fire to battle the haters. But I have fury and rage that I don't want to talk about it. But Bowser is, you know what? Bowser's insecure. At the end of the day, he's a jealous creature of sort of petty sadness. And his rage comes from like his inability to communicate with the people that he wants to have relationships with. Did you know we were going to go down this road?
I did.
Let's just
Become a
imagine
real
walking around with something that heavy on your back constantly, right? That's just got to be frustrating.
It's a metaphor.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a metaphor.
Well, all of the great villains have this seed of insecurity at their core. That's my theory.
That's true. I think that's true.
In movies and in life. Okay.
Sold.
Okay.
Sold.
Next question.
What kind of Mario, what kind of hero is he in this movie for fans who cannot wait to see this? What can you tell us about what kind of Mario we meet?
Mario's a little guy, you know, so he's got that attitude that he wants to stick up for people. He wants to stand up for himself. He never gives up. He doesn't quit. He doesn't know how to quit. And I think that he's really confident and loyal. He loves his brother. He loves his family, and he believes that he should be doing something special with his life. And yeah, I think that's the character of Mario.
That is deep. You did go deep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're on the ocean floor, bro.
Thank you. I want to thank you for going deep also, because I felt like I was going to be the only one that went really deep.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I feel
No,
like you're out on a limb.
you were so deep that you dragged all of us down with you.
In a good
and
way.
we were
I'm
all
looking
drowning.
forward to hearing the
Inspired
rest
us
of
to
you guys
go
go deep.
Good way down.
Good way to.
Charlie,
Yeah,
this
good.
is called Super Mario Brothers, so we have to talk about Luigi. He is an internet favorite. People love Luigi. Luigi reminds me of the person you can relate to. He's got some fear. Tell me about this brother relationship that they have in this movie.
People like an underdog, you know, and he doesn't have a lot going for him. He just loves his brother, and you know, he's willing to follow him down the pipe of life, I guess. And
Hey.
I was thrilled to play him because it's nice to play somebody tall. So that was good. You know, that was a change for me.
From what I understand, that you weren't necessarily given all the scripts. You would go into the voice recording booth and you would just sort of like.
I like to just work in the dark.
Okay.
You know, just kind of find the character, and there's a lot of research and a lot of, you know. I called Jack, and he said he talks a lot with Christian Bale, and they kind of like walked me
I
through how
did
to,
get some acting tips, not from Christian, but I heard about his method. Yeah.
yeah,
Standing close to him.
and so able to get into the core of the guy.
So I love this. Christian Bale, is that what you did to channel Bowser? You went full.
I want to make clear, Christian Bale's not in the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Don't
But
say that.
Some of it. We can't do false advertising.
Make him
But yeah,
Or is he?
I'm a very Christian Balean actor when you get right down to it.
Seth, when I was a kid, my first video game experience, I had one of those Game & Watches, and it was a Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah.
And my brother and I had like, we were fighting, like a finger was broken fighting over playing that game because we wanted to play that game so bad. You are, I think, probably the only actor in history that was in a Steven Spielberg movie and played Donkey Kong in the same year, back to back. I mean,
know?
that's incredible.
And I set out to do it, is what's strange more than anything. Both those things were on my vision board. Yeah, that is, yeah.
So what can you tell us about the Jungle Kingdom that we're going to see? I know Fred Armisen is playing your
Yes,
dad. Tell
he
me
is.
about the father-son relationship, and what are we going to see in Donkey Kong's world in this movie?
It's pretty amazing. It's visually spectacular. They make carts. It's a cart-driven economy. They seem to thrive on, it's cart-based commerce. Me and Fred Armisen in real life have a pretty awkward relationship, so it is reflected well on the film. I think. I'm not alone in that. I think in general, yeah, I think Donkey Kong. It is one of my first like video gaming memories. I think correct me if I'm wrong, but the Mario Brothers in the gaming world are introduced through Donkey Kong.
Correct.
Correct, that is
Only one of them. Mario. Only
Just
Mario.
Mario.
So they didn't go that way with the movie. They decided to use the brothers as the way into Donkey Kong.
Keegan,
Yes, dear.
Toad is adorable.
Oh, well,
The
thank you.
visuals of Toad, adorable. You are a Shakespearean actor, and from what I understand, you really channeled, like you really got into the heart of this character to play Toad. So can you talk a little bit about how you found the voice of Toad?
The director and I was working with my my partner and like acting coach on the work, and I was channeling actually a friend of mine, and the way that he sees the world, and the way that he kind of looks at things and syntax and stuff like that, and we brought that to the director, and then the voice it was like, we knew it would be higher and a higher register. So part of what I wanted to do was hit the syntax, but also almost pretend like I was sucking on a helium balloon while I was doing the recording, like at least like thinking helium. And trying to get the sound a little more, just like pinching the sound, like the way a person sounds when they're doing helium, and that you're pinching it a little bit, and I was trying to, and then he would go higher. I'm like pinching a little bit. And Keegan, I know I'm so sorry, a little bit higher. I just wanted to do whatever it was, because like he was in Paris and I was in the States. It's like 3 a.m. He's doing this recording session. I'm like, anything you want, Mike. Anything. So it was just getting high. It was trying to get as high as we could and still have a certain comfort level within the voice. You know what I mean? Which is exactly how I played Hamlet.
That's in the notes.
But no, it was a really fun exploratory experience, to try to find the right spot and try to get those rhythms in a place where it felt like it would be Toad, but kind of a new version of Toad at the same time, and that, and also like what, yeah. So that was the process.
Maybe you can talk, and you and Chris can talk a little bit about this relationship between Mario and Toad in this film.
I mean, for me, my big thing about Toad was that I think he's been looking for an adventure in his life. I think he's been wanting to be the guy who could step up and help Princess Peach in a way that would be, like he's like, I'm up for an adventure. I think like when they discover each other, without no spoiler alerts here, but when they encounter each other the first time, I think partially what's going on is Toad's kind of out in the perimeter of Mushroom Kingdom, because he wants to make sure nothing's going down. I've got this situation on lock, and that he wants to make it. So I think that's when they find each other. That's why he doesn't see him in the city. He sees him out in the wilderness, because he's patrolling. He wants something to protect. He wants his life to have some kind of meaning.
He's got that backpack on.
Oh, he's ready to go. He's ready to go.
He's ready.
He's ready to go, man. He's out there with the wilder people.
Do you want to add to that in any way? What is Mario's perspective on that friendship?
Well, I think it's like Mario is moving. Comes into Mushroom Kingdom. It's a little like if you were a new kid at school, and all of a sudden this kid comes up next to you, and you're like, I'm not sure, like, I kind of want to do this on my own a little bit, because I'm not sure if I want, like, if we're supposed to be friends, like, I'm at a new school. I feel like Mario was like that. Toad kind of just, like, sticks to his side, and then he's like, all right, you know what? For better or worse, this is my guide. This is my guide through this world, and they become bros. And Toad has an extraordinary opportunity to step up and do the thing he's always dreamed of doing, which is like saving his world and his beloved princess.
Something that I think is so exciting is, I know just from I haven't seen the film, but from the trailers I've seen, there's so much detail. There are so many callbacks to every single Mario game.
And every era.
Every
era of the game, too.
And you can go for hours, like, watching all the little like Easter eggs that they've just been put into that. So can you tease to the audience, kind of like each of you, or something that you're allowed to say, something you can't wait for audiences to see, whether it's a kingdom, a power-up, something because it just looks incredible from what I've seen.
In that first little sneak preview that they do, where you're in the forest and I find you and I'm like, hey, come to this place. This guy's brother is in trouble. Like, come to this place. I think that we've shown that already. But in that one, you can see as we're walking through the town that there's a guy standing at a stand. I don't know if you remember seeing this, standing at a stand, and he's buying an antique. And he goes, are you sure this is going to work? And he goes, it's easy, just blow on it. You just blow on it. And you're going, and there's little Easter egg, and you go, oh my God, just like back in the day when you had to take the cartridges and on the cartridges,
Yeah, that's right.
And you're going, oh my God, that's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And there's those little seeds, those little Easter eggs throughout the film. It's fantastic.
And not just to the sort of lore of owning a Nintendo or having the old 8-bit cartridges that you had to blow on, but also, it's really promises this sort of almost Nintendo universe in a way, this Nintendo cinematic universe, because you meet Mario and Luigi early on, and they're in a pizza parlor, and you're seeing all over. It's like Punch Out Pizza or something. So it's all based on the game Punch Out, and so that you have all like the characters from that game.
Jack, anything to add? Seth, Charlie?
I thought it was pretty rad when you get to the Mario Kart on the Rainbow Road scene.
Yeah.
Definitely brought back some
That was my
vibes.
favorite
That's
sequence
badass.
by
Yeah.
far.
I think it's gonna blow some people's minds because it's just as exciting and fun as like when you're a kid playing that game. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And also any time that Bowser's on screen is just like, whoa.
Who's doing this?
Sometimes it felt like they got Metallica to play. I don't know who that is, but it's like some real heavy metal monster energy. I was into it. Sorry to give myself a shout out.
No, I know.
I
My
mean,
marks are really good.
Really good. There is.
Dude, also Mario Donkey Kong Showdown. Pretty
That's pretty.
satisfying.
That's epic.
Yeah.
That
Pretty
is
good.
epic.
Also
Pretty
good.
good.
Do you want to toot your own horn, Seth?
I'm good. Not for a kids movie.
I'm just really happy just to be a part of it. Luigi style, just happy to have anything, just to be, in the game and player B, but just in the mix. It's pretty sweet.
I think you went method because that is so Luigi. That's
Yeah,
Luigi energy
yeah.
right
so
there.
Luigi.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
This was
thank you.
wonderful. Cannot wait to see this movie. This is only level 1. It might be game over for the interview, but you can go get your tickets right now, today, on Fandango. You'll get a power-up if you do it. Thanks for joining.
That was great. That was so many puns.
That was incredible.
That was well done.
As a pun fan, that was
That was